Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So tomorrow, payments worth up to $4,873 are going to be arriving to certain beneficiaries of Social Security's bank accounts. We're going to be going over who is going to be receiving those payments. Plus, Joe Biden just a few days ago signed the $1.2 trillion government funding package. We're going to be going over some of the things in this bill that I think you will just absolutely love. Of course, this is sarcasm, but before we go ahead and dive into the main content of today's video, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you would like to receive up to $10,000 in free stocks or $10,000 in free cash, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Moomoo. All you have to do is once you click on that link is just sign up for a free account and then deposit at least $100. At that point, Moomoo will be sending you at least 5 free stocks worth all the way up to $10,000. And if you'd really just have the cash, all you have to do is once you receive the free stocks is just sell them for what they're worth and then transfer the cash value right back to your bank account. Okay, so diving right into our lead story of today's video. And just a few days ago, like I mentioned just a moment ago, President Biden signed that $1.2 trillion government funding package. Of course, Republicans voted for it, Democrats voted for it, and they came together and they agreed that everything in this bill, I guess, was good enough to pass and send to Biden's desk to be signed into law. Of course, not every Republican, sign on to it. Not every Democrat agree with everything in it. And in particular, a senator in Rand Paul was extremely outraged by some of the things that were in this bill. And every single year, he actually releases a report of all the crazy things that our government spends our taxpayer money on. And he actually, he released some of the, just outrageous things that I don't think you guys will be too happy about that we are spending money on as a country. This is our money. This is money that's coming from our taxes and things that could be much better spent. Again, we have veterans on the street. We have families going hungry. We have children going hungry. Social Security is running out of money. In 2033, they're going to have to slash benefits by up to 25% because they don't have enough money coming into the trust fund. Yet we have, just millions of dollars being slung around, just spent on outrageous and crazy things. So we're going to go ahead and go over the 2024 March Earmarks Madness Tournament to go along with the March Madness College Basketball Tournament that's going on right now. Once again, this is by Rand Paul. He is a senator in Kentucky. So below are the shameful 16. Starting out, we have $2 million going to the University of Maine for the construction of a kelp and shellfish nursery. We also have $388,000 going to Columbia University in New York, which is a private university with a $13.6 billion endowment. We also have $1.5 million going to Game On New York to expand the video game industry. We also have $1.7 million for wind energy, workforce education, and training in New York. Moreover, we have $250,000 for the Byrd Center for Congressional History and Education Archives in West Virginia. Additionally, we have $1.5 million for economic and business development training for lobstering in Maine. Then we also have $249,000 for the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra, $85,000 to a public school district in Connecticut to increase school attendance, $1.1 million for a food incubator project in Delaware. Then we have $1 million granted to SAGE, which is an elderly LGBTQ plus advocacy group in New York for cultural competency training for medical staff. Then we have $150,000 going to City Seed Inc. in Connecticut for a culinary training program, $250,000 for Tech to Market in Delaware, which is a program aiding in early stage clean energy startups. Then we have $350,000 for the Harlem Arts Alliance in New York, $1 million to Martha's Vineyard Hospital, $500,000 to the San Diego Zoo for a student Biodiversity Corps program, $1 million for the Cambridge, Massachusetts Community Center to install solar panels so they can operate it off the grid. Now, let me know in the comment section below if you knew about any of these things that were in the bill, because you would figure $1.2 trillion to fund the government. You would think that, perhaps the government would actually spend on useful things. But as you can see there, clearly they're spending on private programs, things that are a lot of waste. And for all the, the wasteful spending that we're doing, You would think that as a country we were in a surplus and we had this money to spend. You would not think by looking at that budget that this country is $34 trillion in debt, and every single year, just in interest payments alone, we are paying $1 trillion. I mean, if this was your personal finances and you had all this credit card debt, would you be spending like this money just this outrageously, or would you try to slim down your budget and only pay for the necessities? Let me know your thoughts in comments below about all these crazy things that we're spending on as a government and as a country, despite being $34 trillion in debt. Now, in some other news, of course, Donald Trump had some good news in court in New York as his bond was lowered significantly, and it looks like he's going to be able to pay off that bond within the 10-day time frame that he has. So according to The Hill, an appeals court hands Trump victory, allows smaller bond in New York fraud case. So a New York appeals court on Monday temporarily stopped the clock on the looming enforcement of a multi-million-dollar judgment against former President Trump and his company over deceitful business practices. In a terse order, a 5-judge state appeals court panel said it would pause the enforcement of the $464 million judgment against Trump, the Trump Organization, and top executives with interest if they post a $175 million bond within 10 days. So obviously that's good news for Trump. He's no longer going to have his property seized. He's going to have enough cash on hand to be able to pay that off. And then finally, in our last news piece of today's video, tomorrow, certain beneficiaries of Social Security are going to be receiving payments right on average, or right around $2,000, and the maximum payment is going to be going out for $4,873. We're going to be going over who is going to be eligible to receive these payments. So according to Newsweek, Social Security payment of $4,873 to go out this week. So the third and final round of this month's Social Security payments is set to go out this week and could be worth up to $4,873 for eligible retirees. The largest payouts will be sent to the biggest income earners who waited until 70 before retiring. 2 previous payments were issued to other beneficiaries earlier this month, and now the remaining recipients, those born on or after the 21st of any given month, will receive their payouts on Wednesday, March 27th, although the payments can take up to 3 days to arrive. Not everyone will receive the largest possible payment of $4,873 though. The amount each person will receive depends on a string of factors such as how many years they paid into the program, how much they deposited, and how old they were when they retired. For example, the maximum benefits of somebody who retired at 67 could receive as $3,822 per month, according to the Social Security Administration, while those who retired at 62 can expect a maximum of $2,710 each month. For retirement beneficiaries, the average amount comes in right around at $1,906. Those receiving Social Security disability insurance are likely to receive less than that, with the average amount standing at $1,537. And of course, the checks are distributed on various days depending on the birth dates of the beneficiaries, or in some cases when they retired. Anyone who retired before 1997 got the payment on March 1st, while those who had birthdays between the 1st and 10th saw their money issued on March 13th. This payment on March 27th, tomorrow, is for those born between the 21st and 31st of any given month. So once again, the final payment of March is going to be going out tomorrow. Those born between the 21st and 31st of any given month, the average payment is going to be right around $1,900, with the maximum payment close to $5,000. But that's all we have for today's video. I certainly hope that you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate it if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.